Hey guys, this is Real Appalachia with Shane.
And Melody.
And today we have got a good one for you, don't we?
Oh yeah, we have a ghost town,
Yeah.
Blue Heron, Kentucky.
Yeah, it's in Stearns, Kentucky. It's a Blue Heron coal camp.
Yes, and this is supposed to be one of the most eerie abandoned towns in Appalachia.
We're going to find out, but it's got a lot of history regardless, so we're going to have a good day.
That's right, and we hope that you guys enjoy this video. If you do, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and let's get to it.
Yeah, let's get cracking.
I like how the road runs along with the tracks.
Yeah, it shows you exactly where you're heading,
Yeah.
Not off the track, no pun intended.
But on bunch.
We are almost there.
Yeah.
Speed limit 10, that's about your speed, and it's where you like it.
So you'll be going about 30?
You can almost not in a car with it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that is a view, isn't it?
I was meaning you going so fast across the speed. Great.
Isn't that amazing?
How neat. This is really neat.
I'm excited about this one.
I know, me too.
I can't wait. Let's pull over and get rolling. What do you say?
Let's roll right under that, the tipple a little bit, just to check it out a little. What do you say?
Why not?
And then we'll get out and check it out. Huh.
You don't see many of these tipples standing anymore.
Nope. It's beautiful back through here. Everything's so lush and green.
Yeah. Okay, feels like a good place to start, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. A little outdoor museum. We can go check it out.
Nice little interpretive center.
And they also have a little bookstore and some bathrooms. So neat little area, a little depot.
Yep. Let's get on across the road here and check it out.
All right.
Alrighty, so we're seeing some dioramas of the Blue Heron community, which I love these kinds of things, don't you?
I know. Blue Heron Camp came late to the Stearns Company operations. Settlement in the area began as a result of new mines on both sides of the river, but centered around the building of the new all-metal tipple and tram bridge across the Big South Fork in 1937. When the tipple began, there were no houses at all, and Luther Ledbetter, whose wife stayed at Blue Heron until the end in 1962, lived in a tent while working there for the company. Wow. Before there were houses brought in or built.
And they're showing a little model of the tipple and loading the coal cars up with it. And here's the bridge that goes from along the tipple, which you can actually walk. It's a walking bridge, and we're going to show you that.
We're going to do that. All right, so we're here at the depot part, and there is a little nice outdoor museum here. So yeah. Shane, what do you have to tell us about Blue Heron today?
Well, I'll start back with the history of it. It goes back to 1902. The Stearns Company came, and they not only did coal mining, but they also did some timber, that kind of stuff. So lumber, and that started in 1902 and lasted until 1975. In some form or fashion, they actually sold what was called the Justice Mine to Blue Diamond, which is another well-known name in this area. So it lasted basically 75 years. And here at Blue Heron, the only remains of the real physical structure, original structures, is the coal tipple, which we show you, and we'll walk across and dance on it and do everything we can to promote that one. But yeah. Also at one time though, there was 22 houses, a church, a store, you had a bathhouse, school, and other buildings that were related to the mines, some office buildings, that kind of thing. But those are all long gone, and what's left is that tipple and some interpretive, what do they call them, ghost houses.
Or ghost structures,
yeah.
And that's kind of like a model of that.
Yeah. So there were no remaining houses or structures here to restore, and because the coal camp is only meant to last as long as the coal lasts, a reconstruction would not tell the Blue Heron story as well as making a place where the voices of those who lived and worked here can tell you the story firsthand. So I love that too. They did a living history, oral history back in 1986. So they've actually captured some people who actually lived here and told their story. So we'll show you a little bit of some pictures of those folks. And hopefully, if some of these things play, we may even hear from some of them. Who knows? Mm-hmm. But that's really cool. And I love this, like you said, this last paragraph on this first display is just amazing.
Yes.
It says, instead, what remains here are the shapes of some of the structures that once were at Blue Heron. Protected under those roofs are the snapshots people took of each other when they lived here, and the history and feeling of a place and time. Here, too, are the central voices of Blue Heron people preserved together to tell you what it was like to live in a coal camp when it was still bustling with people, coal cars, and the noisy, dusty rattle of the tipple, now so silent. By these, a way of life is preserved and remembered. I think that's really good, don't you?
I think it's a great paragraph. It just really paints the picture, doesn't it?
It does, because it tells how a lot of these camps are. There's very little left in most of them. But so many memories, so much life was here at one time. It makes it even, in some ways, spookier, but also more
alive.
More alive, more soul.
Yeah.
We feel presence here.
Yeah. All right, so talking a little bit about the railroad, which was a big part of Blue Heron. So the Stearns Company needed the railroad to be a part of Blue Heron in order to transport lumber and coal that they were getting out of here. So they got the K&T Railroad, Kentucky-Tennessee Railroad. It took about a year to be built through here. There was also a passenger train, and it was actually terminated in 1910. So didn't run for very long.
Kind of sad that they used to run a train through here for tourists.
Yes.
And it stopped about 5 years ago, but according to the park ranger we just talked to, they're hoping to start that back up this fall. So I hate that we missed it, but good news is it might be back on the way.
Yes. And, primarily the train was used for coal. And they had big plans for it to extend past Chattanooga, but that never come to pass. So, that's kind of the abandoned town of Blue Heron, the railroad part of it.
Yeah, as we mentioned, they did a lot of timber lumbering up through here. And I also wanted to mention too, I think I mentioned earlier, the last mines that they sold was called the Justice Mines. And the reason that would be, it was named after Justice Stearns, who was a Michigan industrialist. He had a lumber empire already up in Michigan, but he extended it to southern Kentucky and northern Tennessee. So that's where Stearns and Justice come from.
So more about Stearns. Stearns Coal and Lumber Company began in Kentucky in 1902. Justice Stearns, a pioneer in the lumber business in Michigan, Wisconsin, the Pacific Northwest, Florida, Kentucky, and Tennessee, founded the company with a 30,000-acre purchase. By 1957, land holdings had grown to over 200,000 acres of land, 142,000 of these in Wayne and McCreary counties in Kentucky's southeast region. 2 coal mines, the first all-electric sawmill built in the United States, a wholesale grocery company, a company town system of over 2,200 people. The company also built the Kentucky and Tennessee Railroad to transport lumber and coal from its operations in McCreary County, Kentucky. The nature and importance of this company may be best known by its relationship with the local people and its provisions for them. By the time of selling its coal and lumber operations to Blue Diamond in 1976, the company provided storekeepers, school teachers, preachers, doctors, and miners, all joined to make a tightly knit company operation. The company, unlike the public association many have about coal companies, was paternalistic. That's a big word. There were no municipal taxes in Stearns until Stearns Company operation, accepting school taxes. Schools, light, water, telephone, sewer, supplies, shopping, comparable to larger towns, were all available. Even in the mining camps, more facilities were available to camp families than in nearby settlements. In town, some 200 company-owned and maintained houses line the streets. They rented for between $10 and $60 a month. Here, too, was a 9-hole golf course, a swimming pool, and a baseball field. The Billard Hall Recreation Center and auditorium served for dances and community parties. The schools, originally built by the company, later became state-operated. Workers for the company were generally American citizens and Caucasian. Only one black family named Simpson is known to have worked in the mines and lived in Stearns. One of the Simpson men was a well-remembered preacher in the region. Some employees had worked for the company since they sought their first jobs at 13 and 14 years old. Their children and grandchildren went on to work for the company before it sold its coal, rail, and lumber operations.
Wow.
Pretty neat.
Little known fact,
Yeah.
the patriarch of the Simpson family, O.J.
I knew you were going to say something about OJ.
I couldn't help it.
No, that's not true.
Not true, okay. Well, you cannot confirm or deny it, you don't know for sure.
Okay.
So this I thought was pretty impressive, is back in 1929, the Stearns mine actually produced 1 million tons of coal. And the Stearns store handled over $2 million's worth of business every year. Can you imagine $2 million back in then?
Oh, yeah.
So the Stearns company did end up having some union trouble, though, and the most dramatic of which was when the Stearns Hotel burned in 1908. The striking miners had taken refuge in their structure, and the UMWA made another attempt to organize in 1922 and 23, but didn't really get anywhere back then. There's a lot of resistance. And the miners who did join the union were blacklisted, so they never got to work again. And so the Depression is really what started to begin the downfall here. In 1933, they saw a 20% drop in sales. And then lumber stacked up in the yard, the UMWA came again, all these things conspired to really put a crimp on their business. So the company, Stearns, actually deeded away 45,000 acres in 1937, which is quite a bit of unloading there. So after World War II, the coal market declined again. And pipelines and diesel engines made gas and oil. They were very competitive with those. So by the 50s, the coal business was in trouble, and union reorganization started again. So the Blue Heron actually closed for a little while after that, and reopened back up without a union. You saw that a lot when you committed to all these pay and benefits for folks, and then when they can't afford to pay it, they shut down, get rid of the union, which of course infuriates the miners, but it saves them a lot of money. So it's a business move. So J.E. Butler retired in 1949, and Robert L. Stearns Jr. took over as president. And these were really hard times. The big coal producing companies of the Stearns Company, like Cooperative, Worley, Barthel, which is just right down the road from here, and Fidelity, were only fond memories of fading success. Sad to read that, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So lumber operations ceased with the depletion of the lumber supply. And then this is a really neat part too that I love, and I know you did too, was Frank Thomas, a dentist.
Yeah.
Became president of the Stearns Company in 1962. And in that same year, the Blue Heron mine was closed. So there was reorganization of priorities and a new name for the company. It became the Stearns Coal Company, incorporating a surface mine operation. So in 1968, the new company began the Justice Mine, and it was designed to be the mine Blue Heron was supposed to have been. So Robert Stearns died in 1965, and the great-grandson of the founder, Justice S. Stearns, became chairman of the board. The company owned houses in Stearns were renovated and sold to private people, which you saw that a lot too. Just get them up and get them away, just about get them away. The pool room was demolished, the brick hill paved over, and the Stearns Hotel was torn down, which is a crying shame.
So
Can you imagine how great that would have been?
So sad.
Yeah, store number 1 became private, and slowly Stearns was no longer a company town.
Yeah.
In 1975, the company announced it would sell the Justice Mine to Blue Diamond, and with Big South Fork National River and Recreation Area occupying a mass of what was once Stearns Company land, and with the Stearns investment ventures elsewhere, the Stearns saga in McCreary and Fentress counties had ended. The company town is a memory. Yeah. Thought it'd be neat to show people walking across there besides us.
Yeah. Yeah, because we can't get our perspective from down here.
Yeah, it shows you just how high this is off the ground.
Oh, yeah.
I might have a panic attack when we go up there. If we go up there.
We will.
We will. So here is the bathhouse, and this is one of those ghost displays. And there's a ghost. Boy, they would have been spooked if you came in the bathhouse.
Yeah. So this is where they would clean off after a day working in the coal mines.
Yep, hence the name bathhouse.
Yeah.
And they look happy to be clean, don't they? Look at that smile. It's a happy man. But here's just what's left of it. We'll give you another shot over the steps in a minute, but
Yeah.
kind of give you an idea. Yeah.
This is one that has an interactive interview, so we can hear their voices talk about the bathhouse.
They had a little bitty old bathhouse. Just around there from the repair shop.
I just went on home. I just come out, go up across the mountain at home, take a bath at home in my wash tub or something. We didn't have no showers or no tubs back then.
My bath tub was, in the summertime especially, I'd get the 8-pound slide bucket,
put the bottom of it full of holes and take me some warm water, or hell, what kind of water needed. Hey, I brought it over limb out there in the woods and take this shot bag.
I used to starch my husband's bank clothes. We call them bank clothes. This is real correct. I used to starch and iron his bank clothes. A lot of the men would wear them until they fell off of us. And then they did get a nice bag.
He built this big one, boy, it was nice. We took
It's pretty cool that a little bit of that building remains intact.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but a little, and it gives you a good idea that what was there and where it was at.
Under the ghost steps, you can see the real steps,
Oh yeah,
which is kind of neat too.
yeah, that is cool. Alrighty, a little gas for walking the hill, but we saw something so neat we just had to show it.
Yes.
I've never seen one of these before. It's at his sand house.
I
And that's why
know.
they kept fine sand, and what they used it for was they put it on the rails of the tram tracks, and it gave traction to locomotives as they went up and saw the mountain.
Yes.
Isn't that awesome?
That is really cool. Just for proof here,
Yeah.
we'll get the.
I love when I learn something new
Isn't
like
that
that,
neat?
because I've never seen one of these before.
I know. I love it.
Not much left of it.
Yep. And out from it, you can go back down the hill we just come down, and there's a walking trail straight ahead.
The big money thing is coming up, and
Yes, the coal mine. You can actually walk back through there, they said.
we're going to
We'll
do that.
see. Yes. Let's check it out. And also, coming up, we're going to walk across the Tipple. I'm super excited about that.
This is the best place ever for coal mining enthusiasts.
I know.
Just a little display of the ventilation that they would use to keep the air circulating in the mines, and then they also have a little display for the shop. There's not apparently anything left of it, but that's where they repaired a lot of the motors and tram cars. You fell in love with this picture, didn't you?
I know. I just love this picture. It's so cute. The little boy in the little overalls. They were playing backup on the tracks because the trains actually backed up into the mine before pulling up into the Tipple.
He didn't
Isn't
look
that
as
cool?
enthused about it, does he?
Maybe he didn't like his picture being
He had the
taken.
time of his life. Something.
He's having
He may
fun.
have pulled a prank on him or something.
It's so cute.
Just outside the mine, there's some of the equipment that was used, loading machine, cutting machine, all that kind of stuff, but we're going to go in here and show you the inside of the Blue Heron mine. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready for this. I can already feel the coolness coming out.
You
of
got your
the
pick and
mine.
shovel ready though. We need you to get about 16 tons.
I left mine in the car. Sorry.
Alrighty, we're going. The Blue Heron mine.
All right, let's go.
No turning back.
All right.
A lot of people have been out wanting to see these, so definitely want to show it as much as we can. We can already hear the echo. Like you said, how cold it is back there.
And this little flashlight does nothing. Hopefully it shows up real good.
It is showing up
Ew.
bright. Because it definitely does not this bright in here, but in here it looks like it's got a spotlight.
The park ranger said it was very creepy back in here. I can see.
Yeah.
It is creepy.
Yeah, if you're by yourself.
You can stick your arm through there.
Oh man, this is awesome.
That is really cool.
Look through this camera and you can see it better even.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
So real miner would head back in here.
Mine the coal, work for the day.
Yeah. Load that 16 ton we were talking about. Man, it's nice and cool back in here.
Yes, it feels good on a summer day.
Where the rain never falls, sun never shines.
That's right.
Dark as a dungeon way down in the mine.
That's right.
All right.
All
Well, they got
right.
the roof support here real good, so that's good.
Yeah, this is just a fantastic exhibit
Oh,
of
awesome.
a ghost town.
Can't believe it took so long to get here. I give you a full credit for pushing this trip.
Well, thank you.
Let's see what else we can show the folks. We're just getting started.
I know. All right, so we're starting across the Tipple.
I got a little fear of heights, you know.
Yeah, and this is pretty far up. You can't tell so much right here, but beautiful scenery though.
When you look at that straight ahead, man, that's a beautiful sight, isn't it?
Would you look at it?
Would you look at it?
Feel like I'm gonna go get on Thunderhead at Dollywood or something.
Boy, don't it? It feels like it's something fun. And little do you know, this is relatively dangerous probably, isn't it?
Well, let's get to it.
Yeah, there's a danger to waiting. Let's just wait around for it.
Jump into it.
Try to walk slow and not make the screen jump so much, but hard to do.
Especially in this blazing sun.
No.
And us
Yeah, that
both
works
wearing
better, too.
black.
Yeah, wasn't a very good move, was it?
Probably not. Soon we'll be able to show how high up that we are.
Yeah, we're dead over top of the tipple, which is no joke itself
Right?
in height. I wish we'd say how tall it is, but we don't have that information, do we?
No, we do not.
No horses, in case you want to bring your...
I guess 65 feet. I have no
You say that
earthly
every time.
idea.
Well, when you said that, it's like you say that every time. There's,
I do not.
we're looking down on parts of the tipple. So cool. You think it's probably worse than mine, but it's just a tipple.
This is just the tipple.
So we'd actually be able to walk in this. This is, I think, hopefully, maybe not. Probably
The
not.
tipple of the iceberg. Oh, great view.
Yeah, look at this. This is amazing.
This is amazing.
Boy, whoever come up with this walking trail is a genius.
Oh, yeah.
Whoever you are, if you're still alive and you ever see this video, bless you.
Yes. We're getting some enjoyment out of it, ain't we?
Yeah. So you can see right down there where they load the railroad cars up with the coal after it was processed.
Yep. Look how far we've already walked from your car.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. How are we going to get back?
You're going to carry me.
What about that? Phew.
This is neat.
Yeah, I'm glad they left all that they did.
Oh, yeah.
What a blessing.
It looks like it's in such good shape, too. You don't feel like nervous walking across
Yeah.
it or anything, even though we're both scared of heights.
Now, you haven't been to the Pocahontas mine. I have, but we went to the Beckley exhibition.
Yes.
And this is a whole different element in here.
Yeah.
This is just a whole completely different look of a mine structure.
Oh, absolutely.
So I think it's a great partner to those.
Yeah.
Gets you a really good idea of what mining was like back then. Really.
You can get a nice view of the old church or the ghost structure of the church down there. We'll be showing it
Yeah.
later. Beautiful view.
Yeah. I think these boards feel pretty loose.
This is a good little view of the depot down there and the outdoor museum that we were at and visiting.
Back when that railroad was running for tourists, and hopefully will be again, it ran across down through there.
Yes. You loaded up at the depot and rode it down and then back.
You know me, I get a little queasy on these bridges like this because it's so far out. But this one looks as safe as can be. It's got the fence on the side.
Yes.
You know, if you had a little kid or something, you wouldn't be afraid of it falling through or something like
Right.
all these can be.
Yeah, that feels completely safe.
It does. It better be because we're halfway through it.
And I'm worried about us jinxing ourselves now.
No, yeah. Yeah,
Why are we talking good things?
yeah, it's like saying somebody missed a free throw and 20 shots or
They're at the 2-yard line. They're not going to lose the Super Bowl.
yeah, three downs.
Having flashbacks from Super Bowl a few years ago. Seahawks, was it?
Yeah, they got stuffed by the Patriots.
It was awful.
Yeah, here's another vantage point showing where they would have loaded the trains. That's just the loadout area of the tipple.
Yeah.
So, wanted to show that in many angles as we can.
Yes.
All of them are interesting.
Look down through here. It's so pretty. All the big rocks along the side.
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
Look at that big cliff up there.
it's amazing.
This is beautiful. It's
Boy.
gorgeous land.
We need to...
Oh, don't look straight down.
No,
Don't do that.
it'd be a bad time to have a panic attack.
Yeah.
Can be crawling back like...
On all fours.
Scooby-Doo, yeah.
Yeah, as long as you don't look straight down, you should be good. Like I just did when I sucked for air.
I get to the point I'm paranoid. I don't even want you to touch me. I'm like, oh, I'm throw my weight to the left.
It looks like such a nice little river to like canoe or inner tube down or something.
Yeah. What if we fell right now? How fast you'd die?
Would you shut up?
I was thinking water might brace your fall, but no.
No, that ain't deep enough.
No. You just make a bigger splash, wouldn't you?
Well, that's terrifying.
We took a little break halfway through.
Let some people cross.
Yeah. Kind of odd they put a piece of machinery out here, but kind of neat to see, I guess.
Yeah?
Not sure if there's a purpose for that or just
Just because it's cool.
because it's
You
cool.
let kids pile up in it.
Yeah.
Ooh, now that's a little scary.
What is?
Wouldn't want
yeah.
your kid around that
I
part.
don't like that either. You want your kids playing in that.
Yeah, the fence was kind of open because he's too scared to put the camera down there.
The place she thought I was scared to film is right here.
Yeah, so if you bring your kid, it's not completely safe like we were saying at first.
Yeah, don't
Watch
play
it
in that toy.
far.
Yeah, don't let them play in that piece of equipment.
No, I think you're even worse with heights than I am.
Well, you got in my head. I didn't think of nothing about it. And you got spooked and grabbing me and everything else. And I'm like, this must be something I should be scared of. She knows more than she's telling me.
Well, I looked straight down. That was my mistake. I was like, oh, it's so pretty. I'm going to see it all. Nope.
No, you don't.
You don't.
This is great. You can spend the whole day here easily.
Oh, yeah.
You get a bunch of exercise in while learning.
And it's so pretty. You could like pack a picnic lunch or something and just make a good day out of
It
it.
doesn't look like it ever gets too overly crowded to be busy. They don't have enough parking for that.
No, and they have a campground. I don't think we've mentioned that yet. There's a campground if you have like RV or if you want to camp out in a tent or whatever.
Yeah.
And
It's a good time to remember that I had a hole in my shorts and I'm carrying my car keys across here.
well, that's
I don't
great.
remember that.
You could put them in the other pocket if you thought about it.
Well, what do you
So
think?
Yamacraw is 8.8 miles. So you think the train actually ran through this way to Yamacraw?
I don't know.
I saw the
I would think it was on the other side of the road, but who knows?
Nancy Grave School site, 2.5 miles. This is a great place for hiking. Oil Well Branch.
That's really, I love the look of that there, don't you?
I know, I do too. It's great. Should have brought my hiking boots.
I thought it'd be neat to show the bridge from below.
Kind of see the arches. Neat.
It is a marvel of modern ingenuity right there in engineering.
Yes. Yeah, we didn't say that, I don't think, but we read that the temple was like the modern thing, like state of the art at that time.
I don't think we mentioned too, it was built in the late 1930s.
Yes.
I'm going to give you guys a shot of this, what it looks like from below. I'm scared to think we were up there, wasn't it?
I know.
Another view, a catty corner view of the temple. And how that bridge goes across it. I just love that.
I do too.
Falling in love
That's a
with
money maker right there.
it. Really is. Usually can't get on tracks, but these aren't
In use.
in use. They're not connected to anything else.
Yeah.
So I don't feel so bad about that.
Get to feel like rebels today a little bit.
Yes. I can't say enough about what a great display this is. So you see these little chutes is where they loaded the coal cars with.
Yeah.
Just fell right in there, slid right in off the...
You can even see that one over there is positioned with a train car underneath it.
Yeah. You just fill them up, load them up, and move on to the next one.
Yep. Fill her up.
Fortunately, we found out they're having some sewage problems, but this is shut off, but this is the schoolhouse ghost display.
Yes. And it's right down from the church.
Yeah. You can see the little school children there.
Yeah.
And here's where the church would have been. Got a little display, some pews, and the podium, pulpit.
Sorry to say, they had a really good view, but I guess it wasn't open like this, was it?
I doubt it.
The ghost structure.
Yeah.
Right where you like to be preaching at me.
I know, exactly. This is where the company store display is.
Yes.
Kind of neat. Let's go in here and check it out.
Yeah, it's smaller than I would have thought, actually.
Yeah, this one definitely is. On the smaller ends, but we'll go find out.
Yes.
Jam and candy and pop.
In the company store, they hadn't got anything that you needed.
Money left, safety shoes.
Bubble gum and candy and pop.
I sold quite a few raffles and chocolate and a few fishes.
Sometimes they'd have directions hung up.
We packed lunches for them and we sold them work clothing.
I remember Bob Collins slicing bologna. That's usually everybody's favorite.
We had first class merchandise. We didn't have no seconds in nothing. I started out too, kid. We kept adding to it.
There was windows.
All right, so this is a model or ghost structure of a house that was in the community. and read and listened to a little bit about that. A lot of the women talking that they didn't like living out in Blue Heron, that it felt too isolated. I said with the outdoor museum that the passenger train actually stopped running pretty early on at Blue Heron, so there wasn't easy access in and out. One woman talked about being a teenager and how who was going to court a girl who lived so far out. They just felt isolated because it was a smaller community, but everybody admitted what a beautiful place it was with gardens and being
Except
close to nature.
One guy said it was a hellhole. No.
Well, yeah. But they said
It shows you
that
different perspectives,
men liked it more than the women did, but nobody preferred it to anywhere else that they had lived before.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about your shirt.
Oh, thank you. Not my holler, not my chicken.
Our top seller right now, one you designed and you're proud of. And
Yes, a little play on not my circus, not my monkeys, not my holler, not my chickens.
And if you like that, you can get a t-shirt, a hoodie, you can get a coffee cup, whatever, and it's 25% off for a limited time only.
Right now? Yes.
Run, don't walk. Well, we had to stop for this, didn't we?
Yes, so
view.
Nature's Bounty is just like a good little view from Blue Heron. One man said he missed many a day's work just to go hunting or fishing.
Well, I bet you there was some good fishing and hunting through here.
Oh, yeah.
Man,
Beautiful.
So peaceful, isn't it?
I know. I mean, that would be nice to have a little house on the river like this, looking out over it. Be very nice.
Yeah. Right now, if you just be quiet for a second, you can hear
The water.
nothing but nature in the water. Birds chirping. Beautiful. All right, guys, we hope you enjoyed this look at Stearns, Kentucky at the Blue Heron Mine.
Yes, we've had so much fun today, and we hope you guys enjoyed this look at it as well.
I'll tell you what, this was a surprisingly huge home run for me.
Yes.
I loved it. Between
Yes.
the nature walk and the hiking, but of course the coal mining history and displays here. Beautiful.
Absolutely. So we hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and we will see you on down the road.
Yes.